Hi, I'm Susie. I just moved to the Philippines recently after a long wait thanks to COVID. I already explored some cities, the local market, visited some beautiful locations, so now it was time to share some of my thoughts about living in the Philippines. Welcome to a new vlog, guys. Good morning. Many of you were asking me to make a culture shock video or just talk about things that are so different here in the Philippines than it is in my home country in Hungary. So I thought it's time to make that video, but just like how I did with my answering questions video, I don't just want to sit in one place and talk for 15 minutes. So instead I thought that I will bring you along a day in my life here in the Philippines and point out all these surprising and interesting things during my day. It's morning now and this is how my days usually start. Of course, with coffee. This is one of the many reasons why I love to live here in the province, because I just come outside and enjoy the beautiful rice field while I'm having my morning coffee. Well, actually right now it was rice harvest time, so the rice field is empty, but I still enjoy being out here because I'm listening to all the bird sounds and it's just so peaceful and relaxing. And I've been really enjoying local coffee lately. This is the one I'm drinking right now from Seal Coffee. This is a blend from Cavite. It's so good, it has a so nice flavor. I'm in love with the local coffee. So while I'm enjoying my morning coffee, I can already point one thing out. It was the first thing that surprised me when I arrived to the Philippines, which was the humidity. So of course heat is expected, it's a tropical country after all, but I was not prepared for the humidity. I remember when I first stepped out of the airport and as soon as the sliding doors opened, the humidity just hit me like crazy. I was definitely not prepared for that. As soon as I step out, I just had like a really difficult time breathing because it's something my body never experienced before, how humid and how heavy the air is. Like even now it's a cloudy day and it's not that hot, but as soon as I came out, like my skin feels a little bit sticky. But the locals have a way of dealing with the humidity, and it's baby powder. I was so surprised seeing when I first came here that everyone was carrying a small version of this baby powder with them in their bags, and I had no idea what it's used for. But actually this is to beat the humidity, since when you put this powder on your skin, then it helps removing that sticky feeling. But yeah, this is a thing that locals really like to use, and I can see why, because it's an instant relief from the humidity. It's time to get some breakfast. I'm really into those bakery products lately that I showed you in a previous video, and thank you for so many of you telling me that the one I like so much is called pudding. The issue is that ever since I couldn't find it anymore, so this morning I'm hoping that I will be successful and I will be able to buy one, because ever since that time I've been craving it so much. The traffic is crazy this morning, so many people. Here's the bakery. Wow, pudding! Hello, 4 pudding please. Magkano? Now I'm happy, got the pudding. It's an appropriate topic for the traffic. Another thing that I was so surprised about when I first came to the Philippines, and I think it's like something interesting to every foreigner coming to the Philippines, the busy roads and different kind of like public transportation. The way how the streets look here is so unique, and even after being here for some time, I never get tired of looking at all the different vehicles, the jeepneys for example. In Hungary it's mostly just buses everywhere, and it's kinda inconvenient because the buses there will have a very strict schedule, and often that makes me not be able to go from A to B so easily. But here in the Philippines there's a solution for that, because there's so many tricycles, so if you want to get somewhere where a bus or a jeepney won't take you, then you can just literally stand on the side of the road for like half a minute and there will be a tricycle that will pick you up. Just like this, someone is already trying to see if we want to ride. Came to a nearby mall to get a few things, but not to SM because there's another local mall here which is a lot more interesting, which I will show you in a second. But there's another thing that I wanted to point out, which was really surprising and unexpected to me when I came to the Philippines. Okay, I just wanted to show you and point out how there's so many like guards and security everywhere, especially at malls, and every time you enter a mall they will check your bag, but now they didn't check it so I couldn't capture it on the video. This mall is really interesting and different. Right now I'm in the department store, which is Robinson's department store, and they also have supermarket, but the other areas of the mall is kind of remind me of like an indoor market, and it's really cool. So this is the downstairs area, and this is why I told you that it reminds me of an indoor market, because there are shops on the sides of the building just like any mall, but in the middle there are so many like small stands selling all kinds of different things. This is the phone accessory area, but there's like toys and slippers, just like how it would be in the public market. And tugulaman. Tugulaman. Dalawa. 80 pesos. There are even a lot of small eateries and like street food kind of places between the main fast food restaurants. We just got some egg caldo and gulaman drink, but there are so many other like small shops where you can buy all different kinds of food, and these were so cheap. Like the soup was like 30 peso and the drink was 10 peso, and it's even a little bit more expensive as it would be because we are in a mall. After all, it will be even cheaper outdoors. That's another thing that many foreigners get surprised by, like how affordable things can be here, because like in Hungary there's no way that you are getting any kind of food or snack for like 30 peso or like 20 peso. That doesn't exist. I'm really surprised by like I can get food from a really small amount of money that would not buy me anything in Hungary, so that's really cool. And this soup is so yummy and filling. I really love it. We came to visit some relatives. This is where my mom-in-law and sister-in-law and brother-in-law lives, my boyfriend's relatives, and lots of cute dogs here also. There!
Hi!
There, Joan too. There's someone who wants to be on YouTube. What a cute dog you are. A lot bigger than Pixel, huh? One big dog. I got a kiss. It's also something interesting to me how different the houses are here. In Hungary, every house is built to be exposed to the sun as much as possible, so especially during the cold months the house can heat up. Here it's the exact opposite. The houses will try to have as small windows as possible and on sides of the house which is not exposed to the sun so much. It's also why I don't vlog much at home, because our house is really similar. It's kind of dark, so it's like funny to think how different it is compared to Hungary, where everyone is trying to get as much sunlight as possible. See, the kitchen area is really dark, and well, it's kind of not surprising that the houses, of course, trying to avoid sunlight in such a hot country. What was actually really surprising and kind of a culture shock to me when I came here are the bathrooms, because they are completely different than the bathrooms in Hungary. In Hungary, we will have the toilet and the bathroom in two separate rooms almost most of the time, and even if they are in the same room, they will be really separated from each other. But here in the Philippines, bathrooms are a whole big area. So when you are showering, the whole room is okay to get wet. It's fully tiled, and these are the local essentials for having a shower. This is called tabo, and there's always these buckets, and then basically you will use this tabo to pour the water and shower yourself. And then in many bathrooms there will also be a tiny hose that is used as a bidet basically, and I have a funny story about it. Well, it's not actually mine, but when my good friend Kaurin was visiting me in the Philippines, I have a lot of old vlogs with her on this channel. Then it was really funny because we stopped at a little gasoline station to go to the toilet while we were bringing her home from the airport from Manila. And we went to the bathroom, and then she came out kind of like freaked out that she don't know how this works, but there were no toilet paper, and then she saw like a hose in the bathroom in the toilet, and she has no idea what she's supposed to do with it and how she's supposed to use it. So it was really funny. So yeah, I think this difference is kind of like a culture shock to foreigners coming here. But at least it makes some really funny stories.
For lumpiang tol.
Dalawang halo-halo. Came to get some snacks. It's the same spot that we discovered in a previous video when we were going to Minalungo, and I really loved their lumpia, so came back for more. My lumpia is already here. Oops. Moving to the Philippines, I was so surprised that the amount of different snacks and sweets to choose from seems to be unlimited. It's, I think here, like merienda, which is like a snack in between meals, just how you will have like breakfast, lunch, dinner. Merienda is another important time to eat here, and yeah, there's unlimited different snacks and sweets to choose from. But my choice of merienda today is this yummy lumpia and halo-halo. There's the vinegar, suka with the chili and the garlic, and there's even this one which seems to have like soy sauce in it. So good. I like this sauce. Now that I'm thinking about it, since I'm kind of like comparing, of course, my experiences here to my home country in Hungary, I don't even know if we have too many like street food in Hungary. I can think of like 2 at the moment. So it's a huge difference for me compared to Hungary, that here there's really like an unlimited selection of different snacks and street food and everything. It looks so good. Thank you. The halo-halo looks even better than last time. I'm spotting a huge nata in it. Oh, I'm so excited to eat this.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was really nice. And it's another thing that foreigners will definitely notice here, that how like smiley and friendly and kind people are here. It's definitely the best kind of surprise possible, or the best kind of culture shock, if you can call it a culture shock. But it kind of is, because the vibe here and the attitude of the people is so different than what I'm used to in Hungary. This lady serving us the food here was so like sweet and smiley, and it's just seeing the people around you with a friendly attitude and smiling and happy. And especially when I'm vlogging, you can see it a lot even in my videos, that people will be waving to the camera, and really just the vibe here is different, and you can definitely feel it, and it will also put you in a different mood. So that's something that I noticed right away as I arrived to the Philippines, and really it's the best kind of surprise you can have going to a new country. We are on the way home, but I just wanted to share this video that we are just on a random inside road, and the surrounding area is so beautiful, and it's something that definitely surprised me moving to the Philippines, because of course the beautiful famous locations that are here in the country, you will expect them to look good, you will expect them to be beautiful, but it's not just those locations, but everywhere around the country, in random roads that you will drive through, like when we were just in Baler and we were driving on the way there through mountains, and the view was like extremely beautiful. And even just now going through rice fields and this irrigation where they collect water to water the rice field, it's just so beautiful, and it's so unexpected that you will just see the beautiful nature surrounding you everywhere, not just when you are on the top locations, but everywhere on random roads. Look how pretty the water is here. There's cute ships there. I'm back home now with the little dog. I can feel that this video is already getting a little bit long, but there are still so many things that I could point out, differences between Hungary and the Philippines, and surprising, interesting things. In this video I mostly included the biggest and most obvious ones, but I have a lot more I can think of. So if you enjoyed it, then I'm going to make a second part. You can let me know in the comments what would you like to hear about, but this is going to be the end of this vlog. If you liked it, then please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time in my next vlog. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.